Nashville, Tennessee. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Tennessee Titans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. He'll look to throw. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Now inside the 25. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 59 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They'll try to run this one in. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal.
56.
To throw, it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Yeah, the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Yeah, they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
And he's going to use his legs here.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back. But it's still a 3rd and 8.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive.
And he lost the football. Charles loses it.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. And the slot man goes in motion left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. On this one, and may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw in that play with a loss. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Charles. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Allen taking it himself.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the 1st down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right, why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap, just fall down and pick it up. They got it there.
On the crossing route, complete. It's Charles. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
At the 4-yard line.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Now Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Hayes. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses. Catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. Here's Bryce Baringer on now to punt. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Fighting through pressure. He sets to fire deep. And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score. Here's a 2nd and 5. And now they'll shift things around. Second and 5. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Titans have cut it back within a score.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Allen now looks to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll run up the gap with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
19 Lion, 18 Pioneer, 60 Maverick.
Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Mechie, the man in motion. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage, who took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle, and that will knot us up at 10. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the 1st half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. In motion right is Evans. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Down the right sideline. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half. 1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the 1st half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
2nd and 10. Allen off the play fake. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air, Allen. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I tell you what, 3rd and 10, you look over, and you've got that punt team getting loose on the sideline. So that puts added importance on this play. You certainly don't want to see them on the field. And after a couple of incompletions, 3rd time's the charm as they get the hook up here and pick up the first down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Allen. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this point with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. It's caught to Charles. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
In every game, teams are looking for that momentum shift, and that run there, the offense feels like, hey, maybe we can get something going, but defensively, they've slowed them down the entire game. They don't want to turn into more. They're going to try and figure out a way to take it back on this next play.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. On now is the Titans punter as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And where did this one go out? Well, they'll start with good field position, 45-yard line. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Connects with Kittle underneath. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Allen's throw pulled in by Kittle. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Allen. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the great coaches said football's a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Allen to throw it. That is caught. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. Mike Williams. A 24-yard touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And now an audible here into something else. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2.
60 bicep, 60, tracking 60. Hustle. Let's go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 33. A good pickup there of 20 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. J.K. Dobbins, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. One blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a handoff looking right. Powers through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down in inside the 20. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw, it's Allen. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now it's 2nd and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
56, 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Mike Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Titans 17. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Now they'll change things up. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush. What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
They'll drop to throw. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters. And this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Fielded just inside the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds. And then the last second, oh, no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So it's a win here for the Lions. And this one, Charles, just too much Josh Allen.
Yeah, you had to like what you saw. He was on point the whole game. Wound up going over 300 yards with 3 touchdown passes. That will definitely get the job done.
So for Detroit, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their